Hey, what's up, you guys? Esley Greer from Entertainment Fanatic Reviews, back with another review in the Friday the 13th franchise. And today I'll be reviewing Jason Goes to Hell, the final Friday. And today I am joined by a very special guest, so please give your time to the one, the only, the director of Jason Goes to Hell.
Hey, Esley. Thanks for reaching out and asking me to be a part of your review for Jason Goes to Hell. It's a movie I'm very, very proud of. So you want to know kind of interesting behind-the-scenes moment? Well, I can tell you one thing that was really funny. So I was 23 years old when I directed the movie, and I had been on a lot of sets, but I hadn't been on a lot of sets with explosions. It was actually the first explosion I was ever around for. So we had that huge moment where Jason gets blown up right towards the beginning of the movie. And it's, I know how big a moment it's going to be for the audience, and it's this like, what kind of thing. So I wanted the explosion to be massive, just crazy, crazy explosion, right? So we go to shoot the scene, and Kane is there, for safety reasons. We've got his dummy loaded with explosives, with this explosive wire that's wrapped all around it. And the effects guys knew how big I wanted this moment to be, so they really bound this thing with a ton of explosive wire. Well, we go to blow the thing up, and everybody else really takes cover, like really far from the explosion. I, of course, being 23 and never having been around an explosion, I wanted to be as close as I could possibly be. So the safety guys and Kane kind of were like, well, it's a little close, Adam. You're going to feel some of that blast. I was like, I'm okay with that. I'm cool. I can handle it. So there I am with my monitor. My monitor's on a C-stand in front of me. And they set this thing off. So it's, 3, 2, 1, boom! The explosion is so big that the monitor I'm holding to watch the shot goes flying into my chest, and I go flying back into the side of a van. Almost knocked me out, knocked me right on my ass. So there's a moment from behind the scenes on Jason Goes to Hell of a 23-year-old knucklehead wanting to get too close to the first big explosion he ever shot. The other thing that you asked me to talk about was my new movie, Secret Santa, which is coming from my new production company, Skeleton Crew Productions, which I started with my beautiful wife and writing partner, Deborah Sullivan, and with my amazing, brilliant producing partner, Brian Sexton. And Secret Santa is it's the movie I am the most proud of making. It is cast primarily with the people that I work with every week, with my actors that are the Skeleton Crew troupe. I love these actors. Some brilliant people like Drew Lynch and Michael Rady, and my wife Deborah Sullivan, who is extraordinary in the movie. Michelle Allaire, Ryan Lee Seaton, just an incredible group of brilliant actors. This film was a passion project. It was made truly on a skeleton crew. There was a 5-person crew who made this film. My wife and I wrote this movie in 20 days. We shot it in 11 nights. Secret Santa is about a young woman who wants to turn her controlling mother's holiday party into something positive for a change. But to her surprise, someone has brought a special gift that opens Pandora's box, allowing all of our deep-seated hatreds and all of our resentments towards our loved ones to come out and cause all kinds of havoc. And it's really about this woman trying to save the people that she can save and survive the ones that she can't. Secret Santa is about every family, about the idea that Christmas is supposed to be full of love and joy and happiness, when the fact is you get to the table and usually you kind of want to stab someone in the throat. That's what Secret Santa is about. It's a horror comedy, or a horromedy, as we're calling it, about what would happen if you got to say the things that you wanted to say to your family, and what would happen if you did the things you really wanted to do. Secret Santa is available on Amazon this month, and it'll be coming to streaming next month. And it is a holiday gift that will keep on giving. And by the way, if you're not offended by this movie, then I didn't do my job. Merry Christmas.
Yeah, that totally sounds like something I would do if I was a young director and I made a big explosion on screen. That didn't sound right. But also, that's awesome. I do want to state that he did send me this video back in November. So, it should be going to streaming this month since it's December. And I really do want to check this film out. Whenever I do, I'll definitely be doing a review on this film as well. So yeah, let's get into my review for Jason Goes to Hell, The Final Friday. I'm just gonna jump into my negatives real quick because I do have a few, but I am one of the few that actually enjoy this film. Come on, not again. We've already gone through this bullshit with Jason Takes Manhattan. Come on. But yeah, I actually do enjoy this film. It does something new, and it takes the franchise into a weird direction. But I'm into that weird shit, so you know that's cool. I'm not the biggest fan of Jason's look in this, but I definitely appreciate it for what it is. Me and my friends do call him Marshmallow Jason. It's alright. It's not the best, but um, could be better. But if you're going for a certain look, then I get it. I know everyone brings this up, and it's the shaving scene. Even by myself, I felt a little awkward watching it, but you know, I'm a trooper, got to. So this is a question I wanted to ask you myself, Adam, is the corner at the beginning. What makes him want to eat Jason's heart, you know, if he hasn't been possessed yet? That's just one of the main things that has bugged me since I first watched this film. And I didn't watch it till this year, so, you know, I've been a lifetime Friday 13th fan, but, you know, never seen this one and, you know, heard bad things, but, you know, like I said, I enjoy it. Another thing that I didn't like was the dialogue with the bounty hunter at the restaurant talking to Jason's sister. I just. And also, Jason has a sister. I mean, you know, you're doing something new with the franchise. I respect that. So, but it's just, it took 9 movies to be like, oh, you know, Jason has a sister now. It was, oh, okay. And he has a niece and a great niece. So, and last but not least, just some of Jason making grunting noises. I mean, Kane Hodder did, you know, personify the breathing Jason, but, you know, never heard him grunt. Like, with the explosion scene in the beginning, when he was grunting, I'm like, but, you know, moving on to my positives, I love the first 10, 15 minutes. You know, you get this girl that goes to Camp Crystal Lake, and you know she's in a cabin, and you know she does what one shouldn't do in a slasher film, or at least a Friday 13th film. She gets naked, and you know Jason comes after her, and you know she runs into the woods, and that just causes a big explosion, and the FBI gets there. So seeing that at the beginning of the film was like, oh, that's one way to start off a thing. So like you got me there. You're like, wow, you know, just a big what moment. So definitely see that. Like I have said, he's doing something different with the franchise, and I think it's a great new concept, even though it departures from its predecessors. I do like how this film is just so goofy and over the top, in my opinion. You know, it's just B movie fun, in my opinion. I do feel like Steven, you know, our main character, he does a good job as you know, our main focus. And I think he's an even better dad. I mean, he did mess up, but he does want to be there for his kids, so I can respect that. The music in this is a little goofy, but I do love the opening credit music. I love it. It's different and I love it, but some of the music used throughout is goofy, but I love it. And it made me laugh. So, you know, you're like, Friday 13th should make you laugh. I mean, there's things in each installment of the franchise that make me laugh, so for once, stupidity in a film is a positive for me because it's so funny. Just some of the some of the things that people do, you know, it's just questionable things that people do, but it's just funny. So, so one thing that made me laugh, and I couldn't stop getting enough of, was the animalistic noises that Jason made when he's taking on a new body. It's just I couldn't get enough of that. It was really funny, in my opinion. Some acting is just so bad that it's great. Like the restaurant owner, she is annoying, but she is great at the same time. Like I couldn't get enough of her character. Like, oh my god. And yes, while Kane Hodder is Jason in this film, you know, for 5 to 15 minutes at most, he does have a cameo at the beginning. You know, when he makes fun of Jason himself, and you know Jason's soul is already into the corner, and the corner walks out, and then Kane Hodder makes fun of him, kills you know Kane Hodder's other character in this film. So I like that. And I do like the payment that you know the bounty hunter does to Steven. I found that really. Some people didn't get it, and I didn't fully get it myself. But you're a bounty hunter, like you know. Um, I don't know. I really liked it. You know, just break each one of his fingers for more information. I'm like, that's how you do it, man. That is how you do it. There's another scene where Steven and his friend, the cop, they're together, and the one dude's like, I got a gun. you know. And then, other guys like, well, I got a gun, I do love the suspense of this film as well towards the end with Jason and his niece and his great niece. Just you're just like, oh shit. And then also, I love the endings of this film. When Jason goes to hell, and then the very very end. Love it. That's what everyone praises about this film. Um, when you see Jason's masks, and then you see Freddy's arm just come in and drag it to hell. I loved that. It was one of my favorite parts of the film, just like anyone else would say. If they do or do not like this is one of their favorite parts of the film. And it took 10 years for that film to be made, but thankfully I didn't have to wait. I was born in '99, and I didn't know what Freddy or Jason was until I was like 4 or 5. So by that time, Freddy versus Jason was out. So. And I'm going to say something really controversial before we end this off. And um, I like this film better than the original. I know, I get it. I get it. I mean, we've already went through this with Jason Takes Manhattan, but I totally get it. I mean, I must be crazy if I like Jason Goes to Hell better than the original Friday the 13th. But I just want to thank you again, Adam Marcus, for being a part of this. You didn't have to, and we went through a lot trying to figure out how I can download his video onto my iPod so I can edit and everything. So thank you for your patience. That really does mean a lot to me. And definitely go check out Secret Santa. Um, I am really excited to see this, so you guys should be as well. So with all that being said, I will give Jason Goes to Hell the final Friday an 8 out of 10. And always, don't be scared to like, comment, subscribe, and share. It'd be highly appreciated. And peace.